Alright, so guys, we're talking about components today. So components are basically elements that are reusable. So now, what I'm going to do is we're creating a button first. So I'm going to take on my text. So text. I'm making my text 14, and I'm making it medium. Okay, let me make it a little bit of grayish. 3. Okay. So let me just write button. So that's the button. So now, writing the button, all I just need to do is add auto layout to it, so it's scalable. So auto layout has been added to it, so it's a frame rather. So if you look to your left, you see it has changed to F frame 3. So I come all the way to the right, you see something. You see this area that says auto layout. It has been activated. So I come all the way inside the alignment and I center it to the middle. So you notice bottom padding 8, top padding 8, right, left. So you can actually adjust it to whatever you want to give it the feeling you actually want. So I'm going to take this down to 4 and take this down to 4. Okay. And I'm going to nudge this up all to 60, 24. So yeah, that's good. But now you can't actually see anything around it. You're just seeing the frame around it. So now I come all the way down to fill. Now you can see the background. Then I go, let me add a border radius of 5. Okay. So now we have a button. There's another way of creating a button. You can also do it as rectangle. That's shortcut for rectangle. For the shape, square shape is R. Rectangle, then draw it all the way down. So let me check the size of this. Okay. So the size of this is 24. So let me adjust this. I think I want this to just be a little bit, like 45. 45. Okay. 45. So let's take this over also to like 45. So 45. Give it a border radius of 5. Okay. Then text shortcut is T. Then I just drop it down. Then I bought it onto the button. Okay. Then I center it. Then I hold shift and I select the rectangle. So it highlights both of them. Now let me just quickly do something. I'm going to duplicate this real quick. But let me go back to the first one. So now what I can do is I can come all to the right of my screen again and press this, the auto layout. I can press this and it also has the auto layout. But Ctrl Z, I'm going back. Or you can use the shortcut of Shift A and it also adds the auto layout. So shortcuts are things that will actually save you a lot of time and what makes you work faster. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Okay, 14. Okay, so this other part, let me align all this together. So you just select the element and group it. Yeah, that's also a button. You created a button, but it's grouped and it's not really scalable. When you start scaling it to whatever device screen you're trying to achieve it or you're creating it for, it gets distorted. So it's not going to remain proportional. So now, for example, now if I'm scaling this, yeah, it scales, but it's not centered. So Ctrl Z. But now compare it to this frame 4, where I drag it, it stays in the middle. No matter where I draw it to, it stays at the middle. Even though I increase the size, it stays in the middle. Rather, this doesn't stay in the middle. Do you get the difference? So I'm just going to delete this code for the meantime. Okay, so this we have 2 buttons. Both of them are not layer. We're trying to create a component from it. So how I can make it a component? Right click on it, come all the way down and click on add component, create component, or Control Z to go back, or I just do click on the frame, Control Alt and K as in key, key. So that is also a component. So now we have a component here and we have a normal button. So let's try and duplicate both of them. Okay, let's try and duplicate both of them. So now, for example, let's say you built your design and all, and now you need to update your designs along the line, or probably change the font, or change the color, or change the style, change the border radius, change the spacing, all of that. Okay, let me just duplicate this one more time. So if you have 50 buttons, for example, so let's say 50 of them are scattered around the project. So now let me say for this frame, now we decide to go with something bluish. Let me say, okay, bluish. Let me say, okay, so let's say this is the button color, that's what we'll choose. Then let me change this to white for a little bit of contrast. Okay, so this blue, this is what we're choosing right now, or this is the new update of what it was. So let's say the button was white, then they need to change it to blue. So are you going to actually go through your designs one by one and change all the colors, all the fonts? That's going to take forever. But instead, you actually have a component, which is frame 4. What I can just simply do is I come all the way to the frame, then just use the picker tool and select the color. Once I select this color, it applies to all the instances that have been created from that main component, which is way faster, way easier for you. So if even though I actually decide to change the color, okay, let me, for contrast, let me change the text color to white. Okay, and it automatically updates everything across the page, so it saves you a lot of time, it saves you a lot of stress. You should use components a lot when you know you're actually going to use a particular element across your design multiple times. So that will save you a lot of time compared to taking all of them. So now go back to the normal frame, normal auto layout button frame. So now if I really need to, I for shortcut for I picker tool, if I need to change all the colors, I'll come one by one and do pick, come. So I'll actually be doing all of these one by one, or I'll select multiple select. You can actually select more than one thing at the same time, but how many of the things you actually want to look for? So okay, let me just change the color so you know the difference there. Let's create a little bit of contrast between both of them. Change these colors a bit so we know what we're talking about. So let me go all the way purplish. So for the second example, we're actually creating a card, a movie card to be exact. So now the first thing we're actually going to do is create a rectangle, and in the rectangle we'll make it 230 by 328, then give out the border radius of 5. So with this border radius of 5, the next one actually you have is an header. Font size is in medium text. So header here. Then the next thing we're going to have is the paragraph. So the paragraph should be 70. So well, the font size should be 14 and regular. So that is for the paragraph here. So the next thing we're actually going to have in this is going to be time schedule, for what time is the movie show and all. So I'm just going to create a text 14, then let me just make it medium. So 10:40 AM, 10:40 AM. Then auto layout for this, padding around 8, then a few of few of this, then text color this. So I'm just going to give this a border radius of 5. Now I'm just going to duplicate this 3 times. Then so I'm just going to select this 3 and auto layout it again. So I'm just going to give it padding on top 4, padding below is 4. Okay, leave the left and right 100. Then we select this, the paragraph and the header, and auto layout everything again, and just let's align everything with spacing of 8 between all elements. So I'm just going to select this auto layout and rectangle one, auto layout it. So it was auto layout, then I center this. So that's it. Then we have our supposed card, but we're not done yet. So with this, I'm just going to give it 10 padding, 10 pixel padding all around, and add a few color to this. So that's it. Let me change this so we get to see it. So now we're going to make it a component. So after making that a component, I can just create an instance from it. So even though I need to change the color of the background for all of this, it changes, but it doesn't affect the main component. The main component remains untampered with, but if I go into the main component and change this to this, it doesn't still affect this because of this is just an instance of this. But if I reset all override, it picks up the main component attribute. So I'm just going to undo that so it remains like that. So you can always just continue changing each and every one of these things. Then I change this. It doesn't change each other as long as you don't push it. So with this, I hope this was useful to you and I hope you've learned something new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put on your notification bell so whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. Till next time, bye for now.